Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming. This Pikmin 4 video shows you how to get 100% completion in the first area of the game called Speckled Terrace, including every collectible on the world map and all the caves that can be found. Timestamps are in the description below if you are looking for a certain cave. You start with a few red Pikmin. Make sure you get more from the flowers. Currently you can only have up to 20 Pikmin, but you will get upgrades to get more. To get 100 completion on this map, you can get every item but the blue onion, which you will have to get one item from the second area, Blossom and Arcadia. But it's not far in, and I will show you where it is before coming back. Also, there is no harm in every now and again getting Pikmin pellets to fill your onion with lots of Pikmin, as when your Pikmin perish, always good to have more to replenish when needed. On the top left of your screen is a timer that counts down to night time. Unlike the original Pikmin, you don't have to complete the game in a certain amount of days. The days are limited, but when it reaches the red area, when it approaches night, you have to make it to your base, and any Pikmin that is not in your base area will perish at night time. You can also end the day early at the main menu if you so wish. In this area, you will come across your first stack of raw materials. You can find stacks of these, and sometimes when you're destroying barriers and such. Raw materials are needed for upgrades for you and Itachi, and are also needed to build bridges and walls. So my recommendation when buying upgrades is not use all your resources to buy all the upgrades. Always have some on hand so you can build things around the area. And I usually buy one upgrade for every new day or 2 days. I would tell you what I have bought, but it's all down to personal preference and your playstyle. Much further on, the game tells you how to use Itachi's smell ability, handy if you are lost or looking for any treasures on the world map. Using it for the first time will lead to a wall that the Pikmin can destroy and get some resources and lead us to the first cave, the last Frost Caverns.
왔노?
Start by sending Itachi after the small enemies. These can be converted to sparklium. And then get the treasure up on the right and smash all the pottery with Itachi. And the top pottery, you will discover some nectar that Pikmin can drink and make them grow a flower on their head, and they will be slightly stronger and faster.
Shalom.
Up ahead you will see an enemy in battle with some ice Pikmin. These are deadly to red Pikmin, but while it's distracted you can quickly send all Pikmin to destroy it and discover the new Pikmin type, Ice Pikmin, resistance to ice attacks, able to freeze certain objects and water. Continue on into the next area. Before you freeze and break the blue goo substance, make sure you use the Pikmin to move the paper bag to create a shortcut. Break all the pottery and collect all the raw material. Defeat the few small enemies and collect another treasure by the red bush and the white onion. This is an upgrade for the red onion for you to get 10 more Pikmin in the field. To complete the cave, go to the blue goo substance and send just an ice Pikmin to freeze it. And once it's frozen, then you can send any Pikmin to break it and you'll rescue another member of the corp. This time will need to be carried and then return to this spot to exit. Behind the entrance to the last frost caverns will be a few enemies to defeat, and on the left hand side is some pottery you can use rush to break for a shortcut to the area, and on the right hand side is a hole of dirt called a dirt mound excavation that you can send Pikmin in and usually has resources or other handy items. Return to the last frost cavern's entrance and head away from it to take on the enemy that breathes fire. It won't affect the red Pikmin, and the stone circles on the floor means we can move the base, and there are multiple points in the overworld that we can do that, meaning it's faster to gather things around the area. You can also do it in caves, and once unlocked you can move bases as often as you like. It's coming to the end of the night and I noticed I am missing 5 Pikmin. If you have lost any Pikmin, look at the world map and look for small dots. I am missing red Pikmin, so it shows up as red dots. Each new day begins at the main camp where you talk to anyone you have rescued, access upgrades to Itachi and your characters, and hand in side missions when you get more survivors. I upgraded Itachi's chomp and you get a bone to give to Itachi for the upgrade. Also bought the charging horn and the thermal defense. Thermal defense isn't really needed that much, so I would skip that. And the more items you buy, remember you have to equip them in your inventory slots. Also, I bought a couple of emergency kits. These are really handy items that automatically heal you if your HP is low. Also, Itachi is now big enough that you and all the Pikmin can ride him, and you can jump up small spaces on him, and his rush attack is handy as well, as when you charge at an enemy, it will damage them and immediately send the Pikmin to attack. At the rugged scaffold point, turn around until you see a big enemy. Head towards it and use rush when you are on Atachi to take it down quickly, and then past the big enemy is a couple of smaller enemies. Then turn right. You can't take down the electric fence without yellow Pikmin. You will find a pile of resources and a few easy enemies that burrow from under the ground. Continuing on, there is a big enemy on the right, and then use rush to knock the pocket watch off the wall and bring it to the base, and next to the treasure is a wall to break. Continue on and push the paper bag for a shortcut to your base, collect the binoculars treasure, and then to the right of the covered up entrance, keep going right to dig out a route for another shortcut. Go through the pot shortcut and turn left and follow all the way around to the left hand side. Smash the pottery for treasure. There's some burrowing enemies next to the metal bridge, and you can use your Pikmin to bring the bridge down and then head back to your base. On the opposite side of the base and to the right of Last Frost Caverns, you will see a strawberry on the ledge. Go on Atachi and jump up. Use Rush to knock it down. Return to the entrance to the Last Frost Caverns, then turn left and right, and you can now get to the ball that's on top of the wall by using Atachi's Rush. Then return to the base and that wraps it up for the day. Head towards the Last Frost Caverns entrance and look to the right to jump up to the Industrial Maze Cave. Speckled Terrace. Start by changing to Atachi by holding Y, and then rush the wall to break it for access to the next level when you meet up with your character. And then go to the buttons, jump on it like I did, change to your character and go up the conveyor belt, and then change back to Atachi to jump on the button, and then you can reunite with Atachi, and then jump on him, and you can use Rush to get past all the conveyor belts, but when the Pikmin transports treasure, then you will have to use the buttons to change direction. Pick up the new type of Pikmin, Yellow Pikmin. These are resistant to electric. They can fly further than normal Pikmin, so they are good to use to reach stuff high up, and they can dig faster as well, and they are needed to finish this cave. Head to the right side and smash the pottery, and you can pick up the puzzle piece. Remember, you will have to activate the switch to change the direction of the conveyor belts.
지
The final thing to do on this floor before moving on to the next is gather all materials and then throw your yellow Pikmin to collect the skateboard up high on a platform. I didn't do this the first time around and had to re-enter, so that's why there is a slight swap between video edits. Once everything's been collected, it's time to enter the next floor.
지 지도
Smash the pottery and you will uncover a rubber duck for treasure, and then jump on the moving platform when it's next to you, and then out to the other side and press the switch to remove some of the gates, and then head back onto the moving platform and turn right, and you can move the paper bag and get the magnifying glass treasure. Return to the moving platform and drop down to the floor below to gather more materials and yellow Pikmin, and use the air to return up to the top, and return to the exit area with the light, and head right and there will be an electric fence. Sometimes these creatures show up in caves and they can drop nectar for your Pikmin or red nectar that makes ultra spicy spray. Use only yellow Pikmin to destroy the fence. It takes a while, and then you can dig out the last treasure of the level. Smash the pottery and use yellow Pikmin to rescue the new survivor, and then head to the exit, which is the light shining that we have passed several times to complete the cave.
Sniper?
Having yellow Pikmin is going to help with unlocking some new areas to get treasure, and useful in taking out electric fences. We can get a yellow onion in the overworld, but until we do, be careful with them until we can make more. Head back to the base and build the bridge, a shortcut to the first base area, and we can throw the yellow Pikmin to get the baseball and enter the Hectic Hollows cave. Terrace. First of all, in the large open area, gather all the mushrooms to get material so you can build a wall and defeat all the enemies. Build the wall on the right hand side. Otachi can't climb walls, and then make sure you got all your Pikmin to attack and defeat the large enemy, and then gather your Pikmin, defeat the small enemy so you can get 5 blue Pikmin, and push the paper bag so Otachi can join you.
또 그녀 스파.
카우치.
Return to the area where you got the blue Pikmin and freeze the blue object and then destroy it to get your first treasure, and then gather the materials behind the fence. To get the doll's head treasure, you will need 10 blue Pikmin to freeze the water. There is 5 more blue Pikmin past the water, and then use them to freeze the water. You have to leave them there while you are getting the treasure. If you recall them, then the water will unfreeze, so don't do that until you get the treasure. To get to the next floor, go where the other blue object is that you can freeze and destroy to get more blue Pikmin, and rush the pottery to get to the next floor. This is a large open area. Smash all the pottery with the brush ability. There is an enemy behind the middle pottery. As soon as you smash, throw your blue Pikmin. You should freeze it with your ice Pikmin and then quickly defeat it. To access the hanging treasure, freeze and destroy the blue object and then jump to the platforms and throw Pikmin to bring the treasure down. To rescue the survivor, use the rush ability at the can to knock him down, and you can carry him, and then to exit the cave, smash the pottery at the end. Head to the entrance of the last frost cavern and head to the left hand side and all the way around to the metal bridge you previously pulled down and throw your yellow Pikmin up to get the flaric to add 10 more Pikmin. From the flaric, head to the right and keep to the right, and there will be a bridge to build. We will get to that area later, and head right to the electric fence. You will see the Crackling Cauldron entrance, which is the one that was covered in dirt previously, which I dug up. That will be the next cave we are doing, and that ends our day, and we have 2 new areas we can now explore next.
Tournament.
In day 5, I have bought the heal upgrade for Itachi and the treasure gauge from the lab, and this is a very handy upgrade that will make it easier to tell when treasures are nearby, and also when there is no treasures in a level of a cave or the overworld. And the first thing we are doing back on the overworld, now we got yellow Pikmin and 2 flaric upgrades, which makes the Crackling Cauldron much easier. Bring a mix of red and yellow Pikmin with you. There is an electric fence for the yellow Pikmin to destroy, and then go to the other side, and the white enemies here are fire-breathing enemies, so only use red Pikmin as they are immune to the fire attacks. Any other Pikmin, as you will see in the video, will be set on fire, and you've got to quickly put them out by pressing B on them, or they will die. Go through the area where the electric fence was, defeat another fire enemy, use some Pikmin to take down some treasure, watch out for little flying enemies that appear all over this level. A couple of Pikmin will easily take them down. Defeat the other fire enemy and then push the shortcut bag and whistle to get the yellow Pikmin that's on the can and take everything down to the base. Head to the left hand side and take the few flying enemies out and dig out a treasure that's on the right. Yellow Pikmin is at the back and another treasure on the left. And that's all complete for this floor. If you got a treasure tracker, a good sign for you to know that you got all the treasure on the floor is that it stops tracking and is completely black. To reach the next floor, go to where the electric fence is and it's just further up.
Tatlo.
Continue on and you will see lava rocks with lava all throughout this level. Use red Pikmin to cool them down and then rescue the member of the corp. There is some more yellow Pikmin to pluck in the corner. Continue on and break the wall on the left. Take down the lava and collect all the treasures in the surrounding area. Watch out for the lava snail. We can get everything without having to take it on, but for completion's sakes and get used to some tactics, I'll take it on just before we exit. At the starting point, take out the lava on the right, and then the big lava pool and dig out the final treasure in this cave. And there is more yellow Pikmin in the pipe, and before you exit, you can take on the fire snail. Send only red Pikmin, and then it will tip on its side. Immediately whistle to send your Pikmin back to you. Make sure you are far back, as it will slam back down. Any Pikmin underneath it will be killed. Repeat several times until you defeat it. Then you can see the exit, get rid of the fire, and complete the cave. Turn around and head to the electric fence that you previously took down, and to the left of the water is another base point you can use. Defeat the large enemy and then set your base down so you can explore this area and get the treasures and stuff needed. The white butterflies can be taken down by yellow Pikmin for extra resources. From your new base, head back to the electric fence, and to the right you will see a pile of resources. Then come back on top of a can, and under some dirt is some treasure you can get. You will need some yellow Pikmin to do it, and there is a paper bag shortcut to the right of the treasure. Head to where the flower pellets are, and around the side on the left is a dirt mound that has resources, and then head to the opposite side where there is water, and on the left is a bag you can flatten, and you can get the yellow onion, which you can now get yellow pellets and other sources to get more yellow Pikmin stored in your onion. There are some jars to rush, 2 button treasures, then get some ice Pikmin to freeze the water and access your first trial, the Dandori daycare. You have 5 minutes to get every treasure, enemy and resource in the level in order to get platinum. Immediately head forward and defeat the enemy and gather the Pikmin. Don't use any Pikmin and whistle to get their attention, and then turn around and head to the next set of enemies. Whistle for the Pikmin up high, and then defeat the enemy, and then go around the corner and jump up to get more Pikmin, and you will have 30 Pikmin. Use Rush with Itachi to defeat the big enemy, and then use all the Pikmin to pull the root, and then start gathering everything around you. Get into the pattern of immediately gathering idle Pikmin when they have gathered something, and then immediately use them to pick up more items. You cannot slow down or be idle yourself. In hindsight, it would have been better to break the wall first. That would have shaved a few more seconds while gathering the surrounding items. Past the breakable wall is an item you can dig up, and on the left hand side you can go up and get more resources and 2 more treasure items. Just the jar to get in the right corner and the 2 enemies I defeated earlier to complete the level and get platinum. Make sure you bring 20 ice Pikmin with you to freeze the water again, and bring the survivor back to your base. And then to the left of the base and up and around is some enemies to defeat and a bridge to build before we end day 5. I have chosen Chomp level 3 for Itachi and Survey Drone upgrade. This is handy as you can send your drone to survey the land a short distance without having to endanger yourself or your Pikmin. An idle counter to show how many idle Pikmin you have. Don't forget to talk to any survivors or members of the rescue corps. Some of them give you side missions that net you extra resources. Nothing out of the ordinary, like finding treasure, discovering new enemies, which you will get just by playing the game. Head left onto the bridge you made, and up and around and over it, and to the left is the entrance to your first versus battle. This is the first versus battle you get in the game. Versus battles are head to head against an AI controlled opponent. You start with the same amount of Pikmin, and the goal is to get more points than the opponent. First thing to do is get all the pellets from the flowers to get more Pikmin, and these will regenerate after a time, so keep an eye out. Use 10 Pikmin to dig the big treasure out, and then defeat the enemy and get the 5 pellet as well. You need to utilise all your Pikmin to do different tasks. Random treasures and enemies will eventually reappear, so you will never run out, and never stop moving. One thing that you can do in the battle is you can steal whatever your opponent's trying to get, and whoever has the most Pikmin on the object will bring it to their base. So you can keep getting pellets and stealing everything they got to ensure they don't get any points. But as long as you don't stop moving, gathering Pikmin, you will beat your opponent. Upgrading Itachi's strength is helpful. You can upgrade to the strength of 5 Pikmin or 10 Pikmin, so make use of Itachi as well. Bring the survivor back to base and there's a pile of resources that's in the bush. To the left of the bush is a metal bridge that your yellow Pikmin brings down to access the pumpkin treasure.
Boom.
Back at the base, I pick up the scent, and I'm sure it will be the same one, but go past a previous base location and up and around to the left, and up past a few enemies, and it will lead us to the final cave of the sun-speckled terrace. You will need 20 ice Pikmin, which can be found in other caves, and you will need red Pikmin as well to get through the cave, as there is water that needs to be frozen. The first floor is very small. Use the ice Pikmin to freeze the blue object to get more Pikmin, and then freeze the water with the ice Pikmin, and keep them there until you pick up the treasure that's in the second blue object, and then exit to the next floor. Head left and freeze the blue object and use red Pikmin to cool down the lava. Then push the paper bag for a shortcut and collect the treasure and the resources, and you will need to build the climbing wall. To the right of where the lava is, 2 blue objects to freeze, more Pikmin to pluck, jump up to the switch to bring the barrier down, and use the Pikmin to bring the treasure down and bring it to your base. The final thing to do is return to the wall, which needs to be built with resources, and then freeze the blue object and rescue the civilian, and then return to the exit to complete the cave. When you complete the cave, you will exit in a different area of the map, and you can access the final spot to move your base, which you should do, and move the bag shortcut to the right to access the rest of the overworld and able to come back. There will be a large enemy which you have faced at the start of the tutorial. Use rush attack and the enemy will send spikes when you're in proximity, and it should go over you and your Pikmin. You can now attack the now weak spot, and the enemy will drop a treasure and various colours of nectar. Head to the other end and drop down one level and look right, and there will be some treasure to get, and then drop down to the plant pot on the left and dig up a small treasure from the plant pot, and that will end the day.
Oh, whoa! Fishy!
The most hidden treasure in the first area is the potato, which can be found if you go past where the big spiky enemy was, and drop down to the plant pot to the left where you dug up the small treasure, and it's next to the green planks of wood. Use Otachi to dig it up, then when it appears you can use the Pikmin to help and then transport it back to base. And to get the last item to get 100%, we need a quick trip to the next area, the Blossom Arcadia, to get a flaric. Upgrades that I have bought is the Idler's Alert, which is a really handy item to whistle all idle Pikmin to you, and I would recommend a headlamp as well, as there is an upcoming cave in Blossom and Arcadia that is pretty dark. Build the bridge in front of you and move base. Get 30 ice Pikmin, go back across the bridge, freeze the water, defeat the leaf creature and get the flaric that's in the little building, and then return to the sun-speckled terrace. Make sure you have 30 ice Pikmin so you can freeze the water of where we are going. And now we got 50 Pikmin all together, they can carry the blue onion over the ice. The location is on the right hand side. Head down the bag, shortcut on the right, and keep heading right, and freeze the water. There is a wall to build using resources, which I already done, as I have explored here before. There will be an enemy here to defeat as well, and the blue onion is on the top right.
Fishy. Cockchee.
Sun-speckled terrace is now 100%. Now that you got the blue onion, you can get some blue Pikmin which can go underwater. So to get some extra resources and a few enemies to defeat, use the blue Pikmin and return to the water you froze to get them. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel where there are more strategy game videos. Also, the channel has achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases to classic retro games. Thanks for watching.